going with 2:27 remaining here in the second period. Face-off will come back down after an icing. It is 3-1 American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein and scoreboard. This will be over on the far side. Comes towards Colton Merchant. He knocks it down. Lyle Bonney send it off the boards, racing to it. Anderson diving play from Reeder to push it to the corner. Then a centering pass to Bowder is broken up, and it comes back to Reeder, and they get a chance to go 2-on-2. As they move it into the zone, does Reeder, somehow stays with the puck, and then a pass to the front, and then it will find its way through from Mason McGregor to make it a 4-1 lead with 1:51 to go here in the second period. So McGregor makes it 4-1. That'll be his 10th of the season. Reeder will pick up another assist. It'll be his third point of the night. 4-1 with 1:51 remaining here in the second period. Ian Schweitzer will have to go to the locker room. I think either something happened with his neck guard. So he is sent to the locker room.
1:51 in the second period.
This will come towards the side of the nets. And lost by Bridger Babcock. Hudson Beert with a shot, and that's blocked. Puck is still loose, and Youngworth will fall on top of it and get a whistle with 1:35 remaining here in the second period. Face-off will be to the left of Youngworth. And again, apologizing for the technical difficulties as everything just froze on us. This will be here Jackson Pressner for Ritter. That shot wide of Youngworth. Reeder on the far side. Easton Knoll back to Reeder again. Reeder carries in. That shot was blocked. Then flipped up out of the zone. Anderson racing to it, but Pressner got to it first. And then Anderson just can't keep it moving along with them. Aiden Beam will play it all the way down. This will go wide of Lee for an icing with 1:06 to go here in the second period. We've got another game tomorrow afternoon, as it'll be the Rushmore, the White Capitals and the Sioux Falls Flyers at 1:30. Tomorrow afternoon from Sioux Falls, I'll have the call for you on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This puck will be controlled here by Reeder. Merchant back to Reeder. They score, make that Ritter, and they score with 55.8 to go to make it a 5-1 lead. Cameron Ritter, tic-tac goal for the Rushmore Thunder. I believe Reeder will get another assist along with Merchant. And it is now a 6-1 lead, make that 5-1 lead for the Rushmore Thunder. There's a shot and a save made by Youngworth.
Second period, we have a Rushmore Thunder goal by number 29, Cameron
It is Ritter from Reeder and Merchant.
Reeder, number 14, Colton Merchant.
Go back to that last goal too. Easton Knoll does get that first goal. They had said it was Reeder, but it was Knoll from Reeder and Hepper. As we're down to 40 seconds remaining here in the second period, and a 5-1 lead for the Rushmore Thunder. Ritter, pass goes across over. That one centering out in front, and they will stuff it in another time. And a couple of last-minute goals for the Rushmore Thunder, making a 5-1 lead, a 6-1 lead, a 5-goal lead. With now 30.5 remaining here in the second period. And the Rushmore Thunder are now just one goal away from getting run time. So Ritter gets that last goal from Reeder and Merchant. And then it's Ritter again. Scores another time. That's his third goal of the game. There's a shot. Youngworth will get the whistle with 20.9 remaining here in the second period. Ritter from Merchant and Knoll. So with 20.9 to go here in the second period, Rushmore, it was a 1-0 game after the first period. It was 2-1. Face-off will be to the left of Youngworth. That was dislodged before the face-off. This will be one back here to Prusner. Goes across over for Reeder. That shot, that's swallowed up by Youngworth, and a whistle with 15 seconds remaining.
Kevin Ritter. That's a hat trick for number 29. Number 4, assisted by number 14, Colton Merchant. Number 8.
Ritter's got 3 goals. Merchant, McGregor also have goals, along with Knoll. A 6-1 lead. Still with 12 seconds remaining. Here's a one-timer for Ritter and a save made by Youngworth. Prusner with 6 seconds to go here in the period. Down to 3 seconds. And that will take us to the end of the second as the puck comes out of the zone. 6-1 is our score at the end of 2 periods. The Caps outshot in that period 25-4 after being outshot 20-4 in that first period. And it's a 6-1 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard for the Rushmore Thunder at the end of 2 periods. We will return with our second intermission report coming up after this commercial break. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pier and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pier and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Pizza Ranch of Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of the Oahe Capitals hockey. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes away from the South Dakota State Capitol building and from the Expo Center, home of the Oahe Capitals. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Hi, this is Captain Keegan Kitts, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
We welcome you back and here are the second intermission reports. Well, it was a good first part of that second period. I don't want to take anything away from the Capitals or whatever it might be, but the Caps were a team that, and Rushmore is just a team. At some point, you're going to say, all right, when's it going to happen? When are they going to be able to pour something on and just continue to have the offensive pressure? And that happened about midway points of actually it happened in the end of the second period when they scored 3 goals in the last 2 minutes. It was a 2-0 game on a power play goal from Easton Knoll from Reeder and Hepper. That made it 2-0, but the Caps did answer about a minute and a half later. Dylan Dodson from Logan Anderson made it a 2-1 game. It was 6:23 to go. Colton Merchant scored on a 5-on-3 power play goal to make it 3-1. And then Mason McGregor and Cameron Ritter scored to make that White. Reeder scored from Ritter. So they changed that last goal. It is no longer Ritter's third goal. They changed it to Reeder. And Ritter and Merchant get the assists. Made so many different corrections on this score sheet. So Ritter's got 2 goals. Reeder has a goal along with Mason McGregor, Merchant, and Easton Knoll. But those last 3 goals all in the last 2 minutes of the second period to go to a 6-1 lead. And they have a chance to get run time going in that third period, early on that third period, as they are out shooting the Capitals 45-8, 20-4 in the first period, and 25-4 in the second period. So the Caps find themselves down by 5 at the end of 2 periods to the 15-0 Rushmore Thunder. We'll come back and check scores from around the state. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627. Discover the ultimate driving experience at Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. With our extensive lineup of vehicles, including reliable sedans, rugged SUVs, and powerful trucks, finding your perfect match has never been easier. Plus, our dedicated team is committed to providing top-notch customer service, ensuring your satisfaction every step of the way. Visit us today and experience the excellence at Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
Hi, this is Dylan Dotson, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Back here at the Expo Center, 2 periods are in the books. 6-1 is her score. The American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebind scoreboard with the Caps down by 5. Scores from around the states, a final score from girls hockey earlier that you heard here on Capital City Rock, and you're able to watch on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Sioux Falls, they stay undefeated now, 18-0 in the season as they clinch a number 1 seed with that win. Brookings can no longer catch them either, but they have a 5-1 win over the Capitals as they will play again. Bradley Kafka had the lone goal for Oahe. And they will play again tomorrow at 1:30, and I'll have that call for you from Sioux Falls on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. It is a 2-1 lead for the Aberdeen Cougars over the Watertown Lakers in girls hockey. If Watertown were to win, things would be a little bit more interesting for the Capitals to try and stay in that, potentially staying in that number 3 spot. Looks like Brookings will be the number 2 seed, but they have an opportunity to stay in that number 3 spot if Aberdeen would lose. Now, Mitchell, the other side of that is what Mitchell would be doing too, but that will be something that we'll discuss more in depth tomorrow. Boys hockey, 9-1 lead for the Brookings Rangers over Brandon Valley. They are in run time in that game. Mitchell and Yankton, they are tied 2-2 in the second period. Yankton tied it up with 33 seconds remaining. It was a 17 seconds in for the first goal for Ryland Murphy. Mitchell scored the next 2, one the first, one the second, and Yankton tied it up at 2-2. And we are at 6-1 in our score heading to the third period. Third period is on the way next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock Sports, on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Gear up for an exhilarating winter season with Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer and proud supporter of sports in our community. Whether you're hitting the rink or hitting the road, trust Chevy's lineup of dependable vehicles to take you there in style. We are here for all your automotive needs. Stop by our showroom at 1905 North Garfield in Pierre or explore our inventory online at www.beck-motors.com. Proudly serving our community for 55 years. We're making a great deal better. Beck Motor Company, Pierre, 605-224-5912.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastормroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. Reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
Walking together in faith, living together in faith, working together in faith, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Pastor Sam Hanschke. I hope that our athletes have an excellent and successful season. I pray that God would continue to richly bless them. I invite you to join me in praying for our athletes during the year.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Hockey season is here, and American by Wyndham Fort Pierre Conference Center is proud to support our hometown heroes, the Oahe Capitals. Whether you're traveling to cheer on the team or just need a cozy place to unwind, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. From game nights to restful mornings, we're rooting for you. Stop by at 312 Island Drive, Fort Pierre. Go Capitals! American by Wyndham, where comfort meets community. Call 605-223-2358 to book your stay today.
Hi, this is your goalie, Jackson Youngworth, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
We're ready to go for the start of the third period. The Oahe Capitals down 6-1 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. As Ian Schweitzer will take the opening face-off, but it is won by the Rushmore Thunder and Hudson Beard, and we are underway in this third. Beard with it as he carries it in the offensive zone. Beard's his pass over. The net is dislodged. That shot will go over towards Youngworth. He'll make the save. Youngworth pulled the net back on its moorings, and then we get a whistle with the puck out of play. With 16:40 to go here in period number 3. Face-off will stay in the offensive zone. Wide blue. Looks like Hudson Beard will be the one to take the face-off against Dylan Dotson. Face-off to the right of Youngworth. Face-off will come out to the blue line. Williams, the pass over. Jensen with a shot that went off of a body and bounced just wide of the net. Youngworth was going up to try and make that save, and almost bounced between his legs. Here's Williams. That shot from the blue line. That's blocked. Rebound chance, and Welling put that off of Youngworth. Another save there for Youngworth, as he's up to 41 saves on 47 shots. Potentially on his way to a 50-save evening, as this will make its way into the netting. We get a whistle. Only game of the weekend for the Capitals. Next Friday's game, their last 2 home games will be Friday and Saturday next weekend. And that Friday game is against the Watertown Lakers. That'll be their senior night. They'll have their senior slide after that game. Then they'll play Brookings on Saturday. But that next Friday game is all important, that they have to win that one to have a shot at making the state tournament. Here's a turnover. Here's Ritter with a shot that goes wide of Youngworth. That was a hard shot there by Ritter. Ritter's still with it now. Behind the net. Pass will come back out. Reeder, cross ice. Rogers one-timer and a save made by Youngworth as he got the blocker to it. Rogers still with it. Over for Reeder. He'll one-time that one. That one didn't get all of it, did Reeder, and a save made by Youngworth. And we get a whistle with 15:46 to go here in the third period. Face-off will be to the left of Youngworth. Face-off is controlled here by Kane Howard. Howard back out to Reeder at the blue line. Makes the move around Lyle Bonney. And now Reeder's still with it. Out of his backhand and then taken away by the Capitals. Bridger Babcock will send it all the way down for an icing. And we get a whistle with 15:29 to go here in the third period. 49 shots on goal for the Rushmore Thunder. Already 4 in this third period. And we're a minute and 31 seconds into this third. Face-off will be to the left of Youngworth. Mason to make that. Colton Merchant will take the face-off. This is controlled by the Rushmore Thunder. Now for Prusner from Hepper. Prusner didn't have a good look at the net, turns it back over. Hepper, his pass is off of a stick and out of the zone. Good stick in the lane by Asher Vandenbos. Then Vandenbos will try and push it towards the net. And then we get an offside call against the Capitals. And it will be just outside the Capitals blue line, or make that the Rushmore blue line. Triton Parmley will take the face-off against Colton Merchant. Is pushed into the zone by Parmley. And then controlled here by Prusner, and that pass is missed. Cooper Beestrom will grab it. He'll throw it here to the near side. Bounces off a couple of sticks, and now it's a 3-on-2. Colton Merchant moves in. Merchant with a shot save is made by Youngworth. The rebound is right there in front of Beam, and now they can go 3-on-2, get the Capitals the other way. Beam, he'll carry it in. Almost got hooked up by Mason McGregor. And that's to the blue line. Aiden Beam trying to hold it in the zone. Comes out to Anderson with a quick pass across over for Eldridge. Chipped off the boards, trying to race to it himself, but it is played back by Rushmore. And it goes down, but not far enough for an icing, as Logan Anderson will move it up. Tipped off the stick of Dodson out of the zone. Hepper across for Prusner. Then Prusner runs into Triton Parmley. More like Parmley runs into Prusner, and Prusner takes him down. And then push to the boards. Colton Merchant pushes Dodson to the boards. Here on the near side, McGregor is able to hold it in. Back to Merchant. Eldridge pushes him down. Then McGregor runs into Eldridge. That shot is blocked by the Capitals and Beam. Played over to Dylan Dodson. And he'll shoot it in from the blue line. And he'll go after it as it got to the corner. 13:55 to go here in the third period. Anderson trying to get out in front. Was tipped off the stick, maybe off of Dodson as well. And then it's played over to McGregor. Off the boards and in all the way around to the near side as the Rushmore Thunder are making a change. This will flip over just over the top of the glass, out of play. And we get a whistle with 13:39 remaining here in the third period. Face-off will be to the right of Youngworth. Dodson will take the face-off again, as this one was won by the Capitals. It was Remington Mann that took the face-off with them. That puck again goes out of the zone with 13:33 remaining here in the third period. Dodson will take another face-off against Mann. This is popped up at the blue line. Schweitzer played back towards Williams for Rushmore. And now Jensen moves it over. In by Mann. Schweitzer pushing his man to the boards. Mann lost his glove. And that one will be out of the zone as it comes here for Hoffman. Pass to go to the far side. Pass is blocked. Back to Hoffman again. Almost was poked away by Anderson. And then Schweitzer can't bring it into the zone. Here is now Cooper Beestrom. Beestrom a pass that is blocked as it comes out though. And now it's Williams that will throw it back in. Schweitzer runs him into the boards and the puck goes out of play. We get a whistle with 12:44 remaining here in the third period. Face-off will be just outside the Capitals blue line. As it's moved in by Rogers. Now Ballou. Out of the zone. It is now taken here by Beam. Beam off the boards. Stayed on top of the boards. Comes out of the zone. Aiden Bowder trying to race to it. Rogers will win the race. Pass back for Ballou. And now here is Beam that picks it up. Trying to get into the offensive zone. Trying to make a move around to get to his backhand. But couldn't dangle his way free. Wyatt Reeder, 3-on-2. That is off. No, it's going to be onside. Here's Reeder. That pass will come out to the blue line. There's a shot that's blocked. Knocked down by Beam, but then it's held in by Andrew Welling as he lifted the stick of Beam. Ballou to the far side of the corner. Off the boards, held in by Reeder. That shot was blocked by Welling, trying to redirect it and pushed it wide. Beards and Rogers are able to hold the zone in. Beam stands up Ballou. And now the Capitals and Bridger Babcock can't get out of the zone another time. Comes back to Babcock, who will flip it out of the zone. And Andrew Welling will try and send it back in as the Capitals will make a change. Here is now for Eldridge. That pass is intercepted. Howard leaves it for Reeder. That shot and a save. Rebound is played over towards Rogers. It is now Reeder that will spin a circle. Keeps it in the zone. That centering pass was broken up. Rogers with a chance. That's blocked. Reeder again. That shot blocked by the Capitals. Couple of block shots in this possession, but the Capitals can't get the puck out of the zone. 10:45 remaining here in the third period. Rogers off the boards. Pass over for Ritter. Bouncing puck, and it's trying to be covered up, and then Youngworth had the glove knocked off of his hand, and we get a whistle with 10:36 to go. He was looking to try and end up covering that up with his bare hand. 10:36 to go. Face-off will be to the left of Youngworth. We'll say it was going to be to the right of Youngworth. Cameron Ritter and Dylan Dotson will take the face-off. Puck started to trickle towards Youngworth, and it was grabbed by Schweitzer, moved up towards Dotson. And now the pass will be taken back here. Pressner with a quick shot save made by Youngworth. And this will be on the backhand, flipped up to the blue line. It's held in by the Rushmore Thunder for a moment. Anderson carries it out of the zone. And then it's over to the far side where Easton Knoll will send it wide of Youngworth. Ritter, as Eldridge will cut him off. And then Ritter and Eldridge get tangled up. And then we're going to get a whistle, and a penalty will come up against both guys, and both Ritter and Eldridge. As they got tangled up, and Eldridge had a little bit of push towards the end. And with 9:59 remaining, both guys will be in the penalty box. And we stay 5-on-5. So Ritter and Eldridge are both in the box for 2 minutes. $9:59 to go here in the third period. This will be Logan Anderson that moves in. That shot
At 9:59,
will be out of the zone. Ian Schweitzer pushes it back in. Behind the net, Pressner moved up. Good give and go to get out of the zone. And that pass missed, but it still goes to Steen anyway. Now Merchant will turn with it, and a quick shot and a save made by Youngworth. Two players will fall down to the ice. Puck comes free. Pressner, he'll wait. That shot was off of the stick. Then a backhander, they score. Quick backhander, almost a blind shot, makes it a 7-1 game with 9:26 to go. And it looks like Mason McGregor is the one that got it, his second of the game. And the clock will continue to run as we are into run time now. So Cavs will have to get within 4 to make that run time stop. Face-off, dropped at center ice. We get down to 9:10 to go here in the third period. 7-1 lead. The last 5 goals belong to the Rushmore Thunder. Kane Howard moves it up ahead as Williams tried to carry it along. And now it's Triton Parmley. That shot and a save made by Brody Lead. We get a whistle, and the clock will continue to move down with 8:45 remaining here in the third period. 7-1 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard for the Rushmore Thunder. Max Schmidt's on the ice for the first time this hockey game. That shot and a save made. Rebound is pushed in. They do score to the Capitals to make it 7-2. Lee had it for a moment, and as he moved it along, it came back towards Triton Parmley. And he's able to score to make it a 7-2 game. And Parmley will get his third of the season. So Triton Parmley makes it 7-2. The Caps are 1 goal away from stopping run time now. As quickly as Rushmore picked it up, Caps are trying to get right back within 4. Aiden Beam will turn. Max Schmitz can't handle the puck on the pass, but it's still grabbed by Beam again. He lost the puck now to Howard. Aiden Bowder will get his 3rd assist of the season. Beam at the blue line. Puck is still free. Now Beam turns at the blue line and pushes it in deep. Ono Daniel will step on the ice. Jim Nettle as well. With Parmley, Schmitz, and Bridger Babcock. And this will be iced by the Rushmore Thunder. But the clock continues to still move with 7:20 to go here in the 3rd period, and every stoppage will continue to be in favor of the Rushmore Thunder. Landry Van Rokel on the ice as well now. O'Daniel will take the face off. He's got Lyle Bonney and Jim Netto. Reeder off the boards for Andrew Welling. This will be moved to the neutral zone. Thomas Rogers carries in the offensive end. That centering pass, save made by Youngworth. The rebound was pushed out towards the front of the net. And first grab by the Capitals, but still held in by Rushmore. Hudson Beert will send it around. Up the boards, Beert will turn at the blue line. Over for Rogers, can't settle it down for a one-time opportunity. And over to the far side now as Welling gives chase. 4 players get tangled up. Puck is still taken here by the Rushmore Thunder. That centering pass, and that one misses. And it'll go all the way down the ice. As Brody Lee, Thomas Rogers will move it up, tipped into the zone by Welling. 6:05 to go here in the 3rd period. It is a 7-2 lead here for the Rushmore Thunder. Reeder moves in. That pass was blocked. Chipped along by Vandenbos. Still with it are the Rushmore Thunder. Here is Ballou in the corner. Around it goes to the far side. Logan Anderson picks it up. Backhanded pass. That is held in again by the Rushmore Thunder. Cooper Beestrom can't clear the zone. Wyatt Reeder on his forehand. Gets below the face-off circle, and then that pass was blocked and out of the zone as it goes all the way down. Jackson Prusner will pick it up with 5:25 to go here in the 3rd period. 47 saves on 54 shots for Youngworth. 9 saves on 11 shots for Brody Lee. It is Prusner that moves in, leaves it for Hepper. Over, one-timer, save made, rebound is moved away by the stick of Youngworth. He lost his stick. There's a shot that goes wide of Youngworth. And then Prusner will pick it up. No stick for Youngworth right now. Prusner with a shot blockered away by Youngworth without having a stick, as this will be played off the boards. Schweitzer picks up a stick, will give it to Youngworth as the Capitals have it behind the net with Max Schmitz. And then it'll be over for Dylan Dodson. He'll send it to the near side. That one was tipped by Prusner as it continues to move down with 4:30 remaining here in the 3rd period. And this will be moved along by Jackson Hepper. Ritter into the zone. Back to Hepper, who's trailing. That shot and a glove save made by Youngworth, as he has now made his 50th save on the night. With 4:10 to go here in the 3rd period, and we continue with run time. Stay tuned for the post-game show. And a quick rundown of the scores and the scoring of this game and scores around the state, which the Mitchell-Yankton game will not be done by the time that we get off the air, but the other game is well in hand with Brookings leading 10-1. Here is Jensen. Ian Jensen with the shot attempt that was blocked. Cohen Williams able to hold the zone. But it's to the near side where it's picked up by Beam. Chips it off the boards. And Wyatt Briggs will play it along. Pass will go over now for Jensen. And we'll go off the linesman. It went into the zone for a moment. Cameron Lee will send it right back out. As we're down to 3:15 remaining here in the third period. Brixton Steen off of his stick from Aiden Beam and then sent in. To the far side it comes off the boards for Mason McGregor. Out towards the blue line. That one misses for Jensen. There will be no icing. Jensen will get to it anyway before it got to the red line. As we're under 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Again, next Friday, the the White Capitals will take on the Watertown Lakers. In one of the final 2 home games of the season. Brookings Rangers will be in town next Saturday. That will be the final home game of the year for the Capitals. It'll be part of a boys then girls doubleheader. The girls will play after the boys that Saturday night. It'll be an 8:15 puck drop next Friday, and a 4:30 puck drop next Saturday. This will be out to the blue line. Rogers holds it in. That shot was going high and blockered away by Youngworth. With 2:14 to go here in the third period. Mason McGregor, Colton Merchant behind the nets. Merchant trying to swing it out in front, and Youngworth's able to cover it up and get a whistle with 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Tomorrow we've got coverage around 1:10 with a 1:30 puck drop between the Caps and the Sioux Falls Flyers. Faceoff will be to the right of Youngworth. As the Caps lost 5-1 earlier tonight to the Sioux Falls Flyers, we'll have that second game of the weekend series. Dylan Simmons had that call of the first game earlier this evening, part of that doubleheader. This will go all the way down with 1:20 to go here in the third period. Wyatt Reeder will have it here for the Rushmore Thunder. Send it here to the near side. That puck will be picked up by Thomas Rogers, and he'll carry it into the zone. Rogers over to the far side for Reeder with 1:05 to go here in the third period. Reeder moves in, trying to cut free. That shot goes off the side of the net, and the net was dislodged, so we do get a whistle with 55 seconds to go here in the third period. So the Caps will take on the Watertown Lakers next Friday. That'll be a must-win game. Mitchell and Watertown play on Sunday. As a Caps fan and looking for the best opportunity, I wouldn't say the easiest, but the minimum opportunity to make the state tournament, the Mitchell Marlins need to win that game against the Watertown Lakers. This is pushed in with 25 seconds to go. This will be off to the side of the nets. Comes here near side. Van Rokel blows a tire. Owen O'Daniel, Jackson Prusner. 13 seconds remaining here in the third period. Beert plays it off the boards. And then out to the blue line. It is held in by the Rushmore Thunder with 4 seconds to go. Down to 2 seconds, and that will take us to the end of the hockey game. So the Rushmore Thunder will win it 7-2 over the over the White Capitals, and then Owen O'Daniel with a check after the game was over with. And Hudson Beert was the one that took that hit. So that will take us to the end of the hockey game. We will come back with the post-game show coming up after this. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net. Pizza Ranch of Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of the Oahe Capitals hockey. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes away from the South Dakota State Capitol building and from the Expo Center, home of the Oahe Capitals. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre. Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance, it's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Hi, this is Wyatt Briggs, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back into the post-game show, a 7-2 win for the Rushmore Thunder here this evening as we're joined here with Coach Landon Badger. Hey, Coach, overall, Rushmore is undefeated for a reason. They're not undefeated by mistake. They're a very good hockey team, but for the most part in the 51 minutes, the White Capitals were playing right with the Rushmore Thunder.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about our plan before the game, talked about the things that we've been trying to work on defensively, neutral zone work. And, that first period, 20 shots to 4, it didn't feel anything like that type of a hockey game. We were really proud of how they played that period. Stuck to our plan and kept our emotions under control. The biggest thing that we've started to see over the last few weeks is we play really competitive hockey for 2 hockey periods, and as soon as something starts to fold the wrong way, it's a dwindling effect. And we kind of saw it in the last 6 minutes of the second period, but truly a really good bounce back in the third period, knowing that you're down 6-1. Rapids they're obviously number 1 for a reason, and they're undefeated for a reason. They're a really competitive hockey team. They're well coached. They do a really good job in and out from top to bottom and just being competitive for every single hockey puck. And truly, I gave the message of you can either kind of pucker up before the game and be scared and play that way against the top team, as some teams do, or you can go out there and you can play with your best effort and give it your all and understand that you have nothing left this weekend. And so you might as well go out there and make it as competitive as you can. And I truly believe that we did. We fell apart there for about 6 minutes in the second period, right there towards the end, and kind of let this game get a little bit out of hand. But they bounced back in the third period, continued to keep their composure, and did a really good job.
Oh, and the 13-0 loss back in November to a 7-2 loss here in towards the end of February, middle of February, and the fact that you take away those last 6 minutes of that second period, you can say it's a 4-2 hockey game instead of a 7-2 hockey game. The growth of this team And there's a lot of different things that you can point at and say we've grown a lot as a team, but this game, I think, is one that probably shows a lot of this growth from this hockey team from the beginning of the season to where it is right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the maturity level on the entire squad is 1,000 times better than it was at the beginning of the year. I feel like the kids are starting to learn just how to play good hockey. They're learning how to play competitive hockey, let's put it that way. There's a lot of skills that we have to tweak and just get better, and that's something that doesn't just happen in a couple weeks. That's all the summer work, the off-season work, and the prep for an entire hockey season. And so it's hard to go and just kind of get all of that together, but truly as a team aspect, I feel like we're doing a great job, and we're just getting better every single day. And, you know, you look at this season and you got 5 seniors that could truly just fold and decide, you know, we're just out of it. And we're not. We're making it tough for ourselves, but we're not out of it. And we're playing competitive until the very last second. And I tell you what, we had kids step up tonight that haven't had a lot of opportunity in the last few weeks. We had Keegan end up going down, had a little bit of a rib injury of some sort, having a hard time breathing. And we had guys step up in his spot. And it might lead to a little bit less on the offensive side. Keegan and Dylan are kind of a big role for us on that side. But we had guys go and fill in there and still make it a competitive hockey game.
Well, and I mentioned this after the first period and kind of talked a little about the second period. You know, Jackson Youngworth finished with 51 saves on 58 shots. He made some terrific saves in net tonight. Defensively, some of those saves were less of a great scoring chance, especially for a Rushmore team that usually gets, in 58 shots, they probably have about 30 of those be high-quality chances. The defense played well in front of him to limit those opportunities to be a little bit lesser of a better shot, but he still made some terrific saves. And what you need, in a game against the Rushmore Thunder team, and anybody needs to say, oh, we got to play good defense. It's one thing to say, it's another thing to actually make that happen, and I thought that happened tonight too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you mentioned Jackson. I walked over to Bryce and Jaden about halfway through that third period, and I said, Jackson is playing one of the best games he's played all year. I mean, 7 goals happen. Like you said, Rapid gets probably 30 to 35 quality shots. And when we say quality, I mean they are going to score every single one of those shots if they can. And Jackson did a heck of a job there between the pipes and made some saves that we even saw from this angle. I think it was Ritter on one of them, one-timer, that I think the puck got to Jackson before Jackson's glove actually got to the puck, but it's a save. And I mean, earlier in the season, he was probably struggling a little bit more with that. And I think back to that Rapid City game in Rapid, and I felt like Jackson was having to dive left and right every single play. I didn't feel the same way about that tonight. There was a few times that he had to, but we did finally start to play a good defensive structure. Our centers did a really good job in front of the net in our house area that we always talk about. And making it to where if they're going to make shots, we're going to make them make it from the outside perimeter. And they force stuff in front, and they're strong on their feet, and they do a good job, but we really did eliminate those opportunities for them.
Dylan Dotson scores the first goal that cut it to a 2-1 game. Then Triton Parmley gets the other goal, his third of the season. Logan Anderson gets an assist in there as well, his 6th point of the season. And again, those young guys are getting those goals. Obviously, Dylan being a junior, but being a part of the varsity team the last couple of years. But to have those young guys score in a game, again, a 7-2 loss, but against the best team in the state, those guys can gain confidence. Anytime that puck goes in the net, whether they're assisting on it or scoring, that confidence level is probably going to be rising.
Yeah, absolutely. The message last week after 2 tough losses on games that we really needed to try to find some points, we talked about doing a really good job defensively and in our neutral zone and giving ourselves opportunities in the offensive zone, but not finding the back of the net. And so that was the focus all week, is how do we find a way to finish? And truly, we did give ourselves an opportunity. We end up with 11 shots on goal. I don't really worry about that as much. I worry about, were we giving ourselves opportunities? I thought that we did a really good job against the number 1 team. And when we did have those opportunities, we were competitive with each one of those shots. And I believe Triton turned around and whipped one backhanded and scores on the ice. Beginning of the season, we're not even looking to try to send that at the net. We're trying to pick the puck up, try to go to the corner, and then work from the inside out. And it was just a little bit of a struggle early on, and we're starting to improve, starting to put more pressure. And even though it might be the awkward shot, finding ways to just try to find the back of the net, which is great.
And, now you look ahead, you mentioned the only game this weekend. Now next weekend, Watertown and Brookings, your last 2 home games. But obviously that Watertown game is the all-important of those. The last 4 games are very important to get, but you have to get that one against Watertown next Friday. What's kind of the message, early thoughts of the message going into the next week, knowing how important that win is against Watertown? To have a shot at the state tournament, you got to go get that one on Friday.
Continue to play like we do against the top teams. Play that competitive hockey. Continue to play that competitive hockey. I feel like one of the biggest downfalls is that we can play down to somebody's level and really feel like we know how to go and beat Watertown. We did a good job early on in the game when we ended up falling to them, get up 2-0, but how to just continue to tack on.
Well, I think John Kotelnik's wanting you to head over to the locker room, so I'll let you go. I appreciate the time. We'll talk to you next week, Friday, for Watertown.
All right, thank you.
That is Landon Badger, head coach of the Hawaii Capitals, as we're going to see if I can get the headset back up here. There we go. So might have talked to him too long, I guess. Didn't should have wrapped it up a little bit sooner. But it is a 7-2 win on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard for the Rushmore Thunder over the Hawaii Capitals. You are listening to KCCR FM Blunte Riverfront Broadcasting Station. It was Dylan Dodson that cut the lead to 2-1 after Cameron Ritter and Issa Knoll scored 1 in that first period, and then the power play early in the second. Then, as Coach Badger had said, the last 6 minutes kind of got away from the Capitals. Colton Merchant, Mason McGregor, Cameron Ritter, and Wyatt Reeder all scored in the final 6.5 minutes of that second period to make it a 6-1 game. McGregor made it 7-1, and then it was Triton Parley that made it 7-2 after it ended up being run time. And the Caps fall 7-2 after they were outshot 58-11 in the hockey game. Jackson Youngworth makes 51 saves on those 58 shots in the hockey game. We've got one more game this weekend. It'll be the Capital girls taking on the Sioux Falls Flyers in Sioux Falls again. You heard the earlier game earlier tonight between the Caps and the Flyers, as now the Capitals will be looking to try and split that weekend series, as it is a 3-1 lead for Aberdeen over Watertown in girls hockey. And the other matchup, the other games in boys hockey, we do have a final score of a 10-1 win for Brookings. It is 3-3 between Yankton and Mitchell. That might be heading closer to overtime, as they're in the final couple minutes of that game in the regulation. But it's 3-3 between Mitchell and Yankton right now. That'll take us to the end of our broadcast. I want to say thanks to Eliza Mayer back at the station, as she worked both games for us this evening. Appreciate that work for us back at the studios. Corbin Beestrom running the camera for us here this evening. John Wickley here signing off. It is a 7-2 win for the Rushmore Thunder over the Hawaii Capitals, as we say so long from the Expo Center.
You've been listening to Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Oahe Capitals on Capital City Rock are brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, Leisure Palace, Wagner Auto, AGE, Weatherall, The American in Fort Pierre, May Adam, Pizza Ranch, Faith Lutheran Church, Hermanson Endodontics, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, State Farm Becky Pottsba Agency, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, First United Methodist Church, River Bottom Sanitation, The Clubhouse Inn and Suites, Venture Communications, Kathy Sunshine Properties, American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine Agency, Comtech, and Beck Motors. Join us all season for Oahe Capital Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcast.